how was your September? How did it end?
Well, I ended up with 5 recruits. Can you believe that? Me
Holy
myself.
cow.
In 1 month? Good girl.
Yeah. And I know. Is that $29? And the quick cooker, I think, too.
Uh-huh.
But most people took the 29. I think I had one maybe that didn't take the $29 kit, even though I thought some others would take the bigger kit. But now I'm worried about, now that I've recruited them, I want them to earn the quick cooker.
Yep.
So I sat down yesterday and pulled up everybody's, 90-day and 30-day, and I actually reached out to every single one of them and said, hey, this is where you're at. This is what you need. This is when you need it by.
So are these
what do you have?
Coming back in or brand new recruits for you?
I had some coming back. I was just trying to think of how many came back. I know 3 came back, 2 brand new. But I reached out to every single one that has ever been on my team, I think, maybe. Well, maybe I didn't reach out to the very old ones, and just let them know what was going on. Some I guess I couldn't track down of the old ones, wrong numbers and stuff. Yeah, and I just let them know what was going on, and 3 took me up on it. So, yeah, make sure it's 3.
The reason
3.
I asked that question is I saw a lot of people posting, please welcome back, blah, 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 blah. So I kind of wonder what percentage of the $29 kit returning.
You broke up when you said that. I didn't hear exactly. I heard you say they posted welcome back.
Yeah, a lot of people were posting on Facebook in their groups, welcome back to so-and-so. So I wondered how many of those $29 kits were returnees.
Yeah, because they already have the product, so why not give it a try and mean business and get that quick cooker?
I agree.
But I've got a couple that seem like they're pretty, on fire. I wonder about my re-signees. Will they really actually earn that quick cooker? But, I'm going to try my best to help them along, so that's all you can do.
That's right, you can't make them. So we're going to talk about new consultant systems. So what are you going to use to track this, Donna?
What
are you going to use to track what you're doing with your new consultants? Like, how are you going to?
Well, I posted that the other day. A couple weeks ago, I think, when it was asked on our group about what people were doing. So I've got that the call system and email and stuff, and I email them, and they're supposed to email me back and let me know when we can talk, but they're not so good about that. So I'm just the ones I haven't heard back from. I actually just reach out to them and call them. I actually texted every single one of them yesterday just to let them know where they was from, because some had sales in September, and reminded them what their cutoff date is. I'm going to really try to be in front of them and touch base with them every week, let them know what they've sent in so far, how much they lack, remind them when they need it by, and just see if that helps. I've never been that present, and I need to be more present.
What about as far as training and information?
Well, I've got the checklist. I just sort of go through it, and, I really tell them to do the online stuff, but I would have looked at that 6 weeks to success about doing those calls, but I haven't really implemented it. I've done it at a in-home meeting, but they actually do them like on a Zoom call.
So what are you using?
But I thought that might be a good idea.
Donna, what are you using as your checklist? Where did you find your checklist?
I got it from somebody at conference. I put it, I think, on our group when you asked what people were doing.
Okay. Because what I do is I picked up I actually update these. I always order another one. I've got my recipe for success. And right inside, they have the checklist. And so what I do is I go right through that checklist because I figure if I use this one, they have a point of reference to go back to. This comes in their kit.
That sounds good. I had that out at one point in my life. I'm just not good at the new consultant training. I had that out one time trying to do it.
Uh-huh.
I probably need to get that back out too. And somebody gave me this at conference, and I printed it all out, and it's sort of just a call by call, check the boxes that you've discussed it.
Yes, your file is uploaded on our page.
So yeah, I remember seeing, I do remember seeing that and looking it over, and it was one of those things where I think I was planning on printing it out, and then life happened. So I also have a system for texting new consultants. I don't know where on earth I got this, but what I'll do is I have to scan it and make, see if I can get it put up on Goal Diggers so that we can all share it.
Yeah, I would love that, because like yesterday, I was wanting to text everybody. I'm like, what am I going to say? You know, I'm just not good at what to say with these people. And I feel like I don't want to say, you know, you don't, my husband always says, you got to watch what you say in a text. People take it a different way. And I don't want them to take it that I'm trying to push them into doing more than they want to do, or, you know, because I even reached out to the consultants that were past their 90 days just to sort of touch base with them, and, you know. But I'm always afraid what I'm saying, you know.
Well, you know, if you look at the Getting Started checklist, and you know what, I believe that you can print this off at Consultant's Corner, the one that's in the book.
Yes, you can.
That pretty much tells you, because essentially what you're doing is you're saying, okay, you know, this is what you need to do. So Consultant's Corner, do this, this, this. And then, because that's pretty much what I did with Lori when she started.
Okay. I've got some kind of little checklist that from, I think it's the checklist they get, maybe. Don't they get like emails or something? And
They do. The thing that is set up on our site, and I'm going to look for it and find it right now while we're talking, because Missy and Michael did it to me at a meeting we had together, is you see what they're getting and a timeline of what emails they're getting from the company, and then you have other things to fill in between with that or to go along with that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it because I'm not in the director stuff. I don't know if it's in the director stuff or not. I'm looking now to see if I can figure it out.
If you can see that and post it, Kara, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, I will.
I think that's my worstest thing. You know, I can sign them up, but then I just let them go. Yeah, don't do a good job following up, and, you know, and they don't want to come to meetings. Nobody wants to come to meetings, and
you know what
I just let them.
Instead of meetings, I've been doing recipe nights, and I cover meeting material at the same time, but I don't call it a meeting. I call it a recipe night, and I get more people to come. So just kind of food for thought, literally.
I haven't done a team meeting in probably 8 months or more because I could never get anyone to show up.
Nope.
It's a lot of work to put it all together. And so what I went to is I went to Zooms, and even that I couldn't get them to show up. So I had an idea of what I was going to do. You know, on the director area of Consultant's Corner, where they give you the meeting planner for October, what I did was I pulled that up and downloaded it. And what I thought I would do is on my team page, just start posting like 3 or 5 pages of that. Like the announcements would be, you know, one day, and this would be the next day, and then the training would be another day, and do the entire month off of that using their slides and everything else. That's what I'm thinking about doing in October, because I can't get them to do anything. So,
Okay. I heard that. Can I be a silent partner on your team page just for ideas?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Can I be a silent partner? Just add me. I won't say nothing.
Oh, no, you're welcome to. I've got Kara on there as well. Yeah, I'm happy to put you on my team page.
I thought I was just on there
I'm
because I was
all,
special. I didn't know you were going to let everybody in.
What?
I just thought I was on there because I was special. I didn't know you were going to let everybody in.
Ah, well.
I asked.
Just kidding, Donna. The more the merrier.
Because, you know, that's how I really try to communicate with my girls, because I have the same. I have some that live too far away. I don't blame them for not coming to meetings, but, you know, and I even went to that Knoxville training, and I could have went to one closer to my house, but some of my group live up towards Knoxville, and none of them even came to that home office event, fall launch, after I went out of my way to go there and had the other girls that would go with me from my place, and they didn't even come. I'm thinking, I'm bending over backwards for nothing, you know?
Okay, I just added you, Donna. The name of my team page is called Pampered Pride. And the reason it's called Pampered Pride is because at one point in time, and maybe even now, I have more gay people on my team than I have straight people.
Oh, okay.
So it's a reference to our Pride and Pride Fest and things like that.
Okay. Makes sense.
And you guys are more than welcome to take anything that you want off of my pages, because you know me well enough to know that I don't create anything new because I can't figure out how to do it most of the time. So I've probably stolen it from someone else.
Uh-huh.
So the other thing that I would recommend, Donna, or that I have done and has worked well for me, so take it for whatever you want, is I heard Sharon Zellen, I think it was her, a while back, talk about never work alone. So if you've got any shows, get a newbie to go with you. If you've got any coaching calls, get a newbie on the line with you. Anything like that that you can do and get one of them included and rotate through. Never do any of it by yourself. There's no reason to. You've got help built in, and it's training. With all those people you've got in brand new and all the shows you have, that would probably be a really good help for anybody who's close enough to do that. And I've never had a host have any problem with that. I just tell them ahead of time. I have a new consultant on my team training, and they tag along and, you know, go from there.
I need to tell somebody to come with me Saturday. I got a booth Saturday. May post it out there and see if anybody wants to come along. I mean, I could share the leads, but it ain't like, you know, I need to hog them all. But if they take them, I want them to call them, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to find out where that is because I can't find it.
Donna, typically what I do when I have, because I do a lot of events, I do a lot of them by myself, but when I have my team at events, what I do is within a day or two after that event, I immediately slam in a booking blitz, because that forces them to make those calls. And then what I'll do is sometimes I'll even set up some kind of a little contest or something that, you know, the one who set up the most shows or whatever, and they have to physically set up those shows and give me the dates and the hostess name so that they can't, you know, say, oh yeah, I booked 19 shows. Yeah, no, you didn't, you know. So what I do is, you know, when they give me the names and the date, then their name goes in for a $5 gift card, and it's usually Starbucks or something like that. The other thing I've been doing lately is for, you know, like little accomplishments or whatever, they've been given a chance to win, I call them Packer tickets. Actually what it is it's the little dollar lottery tickets. And I pop one of those in the mail, and who knows, you know, they could win nothing or they could win, you know, a big lottery. So, so they've all been anxious to get Packer tickets because they know that that's the lottery.
Yeah. That's good.
And the reason I do
Yeah, I
that
need to.
is not because I want to be throwing a bunch of money out at them, but because I don't do team meetings. I don't necessarily do, because normally you give a little pick basket or whatever to your, top performers and all of that. Well, they're not getting that. So what I do is in place of that, during the course of the month, I'll do Green by 15. I will do, Fireworks Fridays sometimes and things like that. So.
One of my girls got invited to the Boost Your Business in 30 Days. Have y'all heard of that one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm like getting to follow along.
Actually, Mary, you and I both did that.
Yes, we did. We did it together. Actually, wasn't I your tag team on that?
I think so.
I think I think Boost Your Business is a wonderful program for new consultants. But it is not as good a program unless for a more seasoned consultant, because I think as Kara and I were going through it, it was stuff that we have done 1,000 times before already. I'm not saying it's not good training. What I'm saying is that if it's a new consultant, it's fabulous. But if you're a seasoned consultant, you're kind of been there, done that.
Well, we were kind of hoping that maybe some of the same things a slightly different way, because you know how that makes a light bulb moment sometimes, and we really didn't. So that, it is something. If you want to do the steps and you need something to get you motivated to follow certain things to get you going, then yeah. But I agree, it was for new consultants. It would be really, really good.
Yeah, and they have some videos you watch every single day, quick. They're not like super long. But one of them, like I think it's every Friday, they do a consultant, and what she's done and how she's been successful and obstacles she's had to overcome. And I've really enjoyed it, actually. And the girl that actually got invited, she's been in Pembrokeshire for a year, but she's really not doing much. She's got a full-time job and just sort of overwhelmed, and I think it's helping her. I really do. So making her be accountable.
That's the whole point.
But I went and printed my workbooks. I need to look through them, but I've been watching my videos and all that. So, but I think it's good just to hear something,
Yeah, I agree.
I'm kind of just sort of talking off the top of my head right here, and I'm not in my shower, so I don't have the, option of thinking clearly. But let me throw this out. Can we brainstorm maybe a little bit? And if you think that this idea sucks, just tell me. We got 3 directors here. Is there some way maybe we couldn't tag team each other for our new consultants? Maybe put up some videos or something just for them. Maybe kind of group our new consultants together so that, they can maybe communicate with each other. I realize that we're not in the same cities and all of that, but, use each other as resources, or even maybe put them on the path to directorship. What do you guys think? As I said, I'm kind of talking off the top of my head here. So, what do you think?
I almost posted on our group, hey, can we do like step up to director together? I'm not director, step up. What's that? 6 weeks to success together or something. Just because,
we've talked about doing
it's hard
that.
for one person to do it all.
You brought that up at conference, and it's on our list. We were just trying to get through like the how to make a video, how to make a post, how to do that kind of stuff first, so people had the tools they needed. So I think that's great, and I think we're probably pretty close to being there, because the Evernote stuff, I think we're going to have to do that. I was talking to Mary. Everybody's seeing something different on their screen, so I think what I'm going to do is agree to each one of you individually on your own Zoom. That way you can share your screen, and I can better help you that way, because the group ones don't seem to be working well. So that's
that Jennifer girl has all that done on Zoom and all the notes to do the Zoom. It's already done. We just got to do our own Zoom with our own team.
Right.
Or our own group.
But
it's done. The notes and everything.
Who was that?
Jennifer somebody. I've got it all. I can send. I'll put it in our group. You download the her notes. She's even got what do you call that? The little screen that shows the pages, the little
Yeah, the screen
clip.
prints.
Yeah, well, she's got it on not Word, not PowerPoint. She's got a PowerPoint presentation for every call.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
so you sit there and share your screen, and her screen is already done. It's the PowerPoint, and then you just say what she's wrote down. So.
Right. No, I wasn't referring to that. I was referring to the other calls we've made so far with Gold Diggers was getting other stuff going. And I think we're about done with it. Mm-hmm. So I think we could do a 6 weeks, the 6 weeks to success thing. And we could probably create like a separate Facebook group for the new consultants to be in on it with us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could work together on that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, is because then what we can do is, maybe every 6 weeks we just recycle it, or when we have a new batch of, because right now Donna's got some, you've got some, I've got some. Maybe it would be a good idea to just kind of funnel them into one area, and then.
I know that Jennifer says she redoes it every 6 weeks, starts again, but see, I don't have enough consultants really starting. But if we all did it together, we'd have a good group.
That's what I'm thinking.
We can also play into that. My group, just did we're in the middle of a 6 week series of phone calls, and every Sunday there's a 30-minute call, and we've got people like Yvonne Platisha and Laura Polito and Shaprice Pennington doing the talks. It's not us, it's other people doing it, and with the people who've done, great with it. And we can also put those links in there to back up those segments, like host coaching, recruiting, selling tips, that kind of thing. We could put those calls in there also and add that into it. They've been great phone calls. And then in addition to that, I know somebody else who's doing the same thing, but they're longer calls. I like ours because they're short and sweet and we're not overwhelming people. These other ones are about an hour to hour and a half long. I think that's too much. I think it's too much. But there's bits and pieces we might be able to pull nuggets out of those. This is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jennifer's is like 30 minutes, but then she also tells them to go listen to certain things, for next week.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Does she send them into PCU as well?
Does she what into PCU?
Does she send them into PCU?
I just thought she does the links, but I think it's all under somewhere. The links are actually calls that Pampers Chef has, but she was complaining sometimes they move things.
Yes.
And she had trouble finding it again.
Yeah, they're good at that.
So, but I'll get when I get home later today. I'll send all that in our group, and y'all can look over it. And I've downloaded it all on my computer. I've actually did my team meeting based off of that because I just had a few girls that really wanted to. So each team meeting I was doing one, but I didn't like how I was doing it. I'd rather do something else in my team meeting, really.
So
I felt like I was all work.
New consultant touch point guide, which talks about what home office touches on and how we can follow up with them. And then I found a 26-page PDF, which is probably that thing that Mary was looking at, that I will upload both of those to our group. The 26-pager is like how to walk through the initial phone calls and stuff like that to your new consultant. So I like the touch point guide probably more than that other, just because how many of us actually do those 4 phone calls anymore?
Well, it's hard to do the phone calls. What I'm finding is I'm doing more texts with them.
Right.
Just because they won't answer the phone. So at least I feel like I got a bit of a fighting chance if I send them a text.
Yeah, that's why I'm interested in your text, because people just don't answer the phone like they used to unless they're just really new and really excited. Then you may get them that first call, but then all the other times you call them, you won't get them.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to not have a whole lot of time here. I want to do a couple of quick things on our goals because we started with that. We kind of didn't finish. And I want to update the page for October and have the goals listed on here, and we'll just have to make everybody else, add in what we had. So, Donna, what are your goals for October?
Well, I'm pretty short on my parties, but I wouldn't mind having 6 or three a week. But I've only got 6 so far, so I want to increase that a bunch.
Okay.
I usually always try to get 10, but I'm slacking. It ain't that I'm not trying. I don't know. I guess I get too many people. Oh, call me back. Let me think. Let me look at my calendar.
I do want to mention, too, that the recruiting benefit this month for the new consultants is a half-price kit rebate.
Yes, I saw that.
I've never done really good with that one. I don't know why. I think they think, oh, I got to pay up front.
Well, they do, yeah. They have to qualify to get it back.
Yeah, so that one's, I know some people's been really successful with that one, but for some reason I haven't been.
A lot of times what I will do is I will tell them that I will, it's the lowest kit is like 50 some bucks or something, that I will throw in the extra 50 bucks if they qualify within their first 30 days.
That's good.
Especially since I'm a little low on my trip points right now, and I need them to be qualifying because that's a big,
Yeah, I was looking at that. I am so far away from Scottsdale, it's not even funny. I'm still working it, but man.
Well, I need about 18,000 more points, so that's why if I can get some people recruited and get them qualified, if I can at least pull 3 in and get them qualified, that's 9,000 points.
Mary, how many recruits did you have in September?
I had 1 personal, and Lori had 1, so we added 2 new members to our team.
So you're still trying to re-promote by the end of the year?
I'm trying to what?
Re-promote by the end of the year?
Yes, I still would like to re-promote by the end of the year, which would mean that I would need 3 more before December.
So, Terry, you made your directorship then, didn't you?
I did.
Yay!
Yeah, it's not, it's still that waiting game because it's only the second. They said I'd get the information by Friday. But she said, I can't say for sure, but you can start celebrating. I'm like, okay.
All right.
All right.
And you know what? Maybe somewhere down the line, we 3 directors might want to think about doing a 3-way team meeting on Zoom.
Yeah,
that's a Zoom call, inviting our teams in, and then the 3 of us just do a team meeting with them.
Sounds good.
I like having other directors be part of my team meetings, because I think after a while people get sick and tired of hearing what Mary has to say. But either of you could say the same thing I would say, but just because it's a different person, it makes it vastly more interesting than anything I could say.
Yeah, and then too, they think you're just the exception. But if they see some other people, and then too, like I have 2 people, maybe 3 sometimes come to my meetings. Well, they, if they see others, I think it helps.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it also kind of reinforces the whole idea of going to national conference, because if consultants from my team have now been exposed to consultants from your 2 teams, and they've kind of been chit-chatting, they kind of want to go and meet each other. So, and when they go, it's not, it's not like they go and they don't know anyone.
Yeah.
So, Donna, Mary asked me yesterday if I would help show how to do videos on YouTube and do batches of videos and get them over to our Facebook pages or whatever we want to do. Is that something you're familiar with? Do you want help with that also?
I'm not familiar with it. I know people do that, but What I usually do, I don't know if you're talking about the home office ones, but I usually just download it right to my computer and then pick it up right on my computer because I like on my parties that clean look, not a YouTube look for my parties. But I mean, for other things, I think it would be good.
Okay. We may work that in as a Tuesday morning thing, or we might do that as an additional thing. Mary and I are playing with the idea of getting a common Zoom account where we have more than the 45 minutes. That really doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Some training things we just need more time.
How much is it?
It's $14.99 a month.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, if we all three, can they let three? I mean, if we're all going to do this director thingy, we need it. We just split it 3 ways.
Yeah, that's a possibility. We just have to have one person be the main sign up and then give us the username and password. We can create one that's common, and then everybody can just PayPal in
the money, your turn.
So if 3 of us were to do it, it'd be $60 a year for each of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we could do that all at once, or we could do quarter, like half a year or something like that.
Or pay every 3rd month. It's your turn kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
That way you don't seem like you're paying.
Yeah, and the other thing is that if we do it that way, then with each of us having open access to it, if you wanted to do your team meeting on it, you could just go in and do a team meeting. You wouldn't need the other 2 of us.
Right.
Or if you wanted to do a one-on-one with a new consultant or whatever, you can just Zoom them in.
Yeah, no, that's very true. And sometimes you don't need, a whole lot more, but just 15 more minutes, you'd be done, All right, we're done.
Sounds like a plan.
So, well, let's get, I'm guessing what we should do is try to start planning this 6 weeks to success. So Donna, do you want to email each of us, Mary and I, one of those, just 1 week for an example of the 6 weeks to success, so we can kind of look over it and kind of get our brains wrapped around what it looks like?
Okay.
All right, because then we can look at it and kind of think through it, and sounds great. You've used it, so it's not like I want to reinvent it at all. I just want to kind of get an idea of what to expect.
Well, I mean, we could use her PowerPoint and change the words or, whatever. You know more about the PowerPoint probably than I do.
Yeah, I have PowerPoint on my computer, so I can definitely do that.
Okay, Donna, are you emailing that, or are you posting it on Gold Diggers, or where am I looking for it?
I was going to have her email
Well, you ain't looking yet because I ain't home, but I can email it or whichever. But why don't y'all message me y'all's email, because I really don't know it.
All right. Let's have her email the first one just so we can get our heads wrapped around it and get our plan. The 3 of us can get our plan in place before we let everybody else know what's going on.
I have it all downloaded on my computer because I've used it and I liked it. So, yeah, I think it'll be no big deal to email it to y'all. I'll do the 1 week and then we can go from there.
Well, it sounds like we've got a preliminary plan put together. So we've got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Oh, okay.
And I've already messaged you my email, so you've got it. Mary, what is yours?
Okay,
Mary Cooks Up Fun, right?
MaryCooksUpFun@gmail.com.
All right, you've got both of ours.
Okay, good.
Did you, Kara, did you send her mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just figured it was easier since I was already on it messaging her, so.
Okay.
I know you have to get out the door.
All righty. So it sounds like we got a plan. Now we're getting together next, the 9th. We've got the 8 o'clock Gold Diggers, and then at 9 o'clock we have our Evernote, right?
Correct. And I will email you guys the shared files today or tomorrow for sure. Last week was just insane for me, and I didn't get to it, but part of it is I have to redo some of mine. I want to clean them up because I haven't cleaned them up in a while. And there's just links that weren't current, and I wanted to get all that clean before I sent it to you. So that is my goal today. It's on my to-do list. And I'll get those done and out so y'all have a chance to play with them before we work on them next Tuesday.
Sounds good.
Perfect. Okay. Another very productive call.
Yes, definitely.
Yay, I'm excited. I think we got some good things planned. So.
Yep.
And for those of you who did not make the call and are listening to this, we will definitely get you guys more information on this 6 weeks to success. I've heard of it before, and like Donna's saying, she's done it before, and I'm excited that this might be really good to help y'all get going. And if you get any new recruits in, they can do it with you. And doing this together with somebody, anything with this business, doing it together makes a huge difference. So it's just kind of that camaraderie, which is what we're doing while we're having this accountability group. So get somebody to do it with you.
And maybe we should put Beth, Terry, and Angela, see if they're interested in going into a director-bound group.
Yeah, well, I thought about that. I was thinking about that while Donna was talking. I thought if we got this going, that would help tickle the brainwaves, and then we could have them go right from that into the next one.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And then we could do the director one and the 6 weeks for the new one, but
Right.
the director one for the ones that's graduated from the 6 weeks.
Yep, sounds good. As far as I know, that was all still their goal for, from conference, so we need to keep feeding that.
Yep.
I think the 6 weeks to success is good to help you step up to that step up director. I mean, it sort of gets you ready to make the next step kind of thing.
I was just about to ask if it was kind of one led into the other. All right, ladies, so I think we're done, and we got 1 minute and 30 seconds left. So unless y'all have anything else, I'm just going to go ahead and end it and get it out there so people can watch it.
You ladies have a good week. I will be looking for things on Gold Diggers, and I'm going to be posting some stuff there as well. So have a great week.
Yeah, sounds great.
As soon as I get confirmation from corporate that it's official, I will post it for y'all.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay! We knew you could do it.
All right, ladies, have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care. Bye-bye. Bye, Donna.
Bye.